Hi there! So in this video we're going to talk about how dogs learn and therefore how I tailor my training plan to promote clear, effective learning for your dog. Now, dogs generally learn by associations and patterns. So what that means is if your dog does an action and is constantly rewarded for that action or gets something that he finds pleasant out of that action, he will continue to repeat that action. On the other hand, if he does an action and ends up getting an unpleasant or undesirable response for it, he will likely be deterred from repeating that action again. Now, knowing that, you have to understand that if I'm training your dog, I'm only going to be with you for 1 or 2 training courses. That's 12 sessions, 24 sessions maybe if you choose to go for a second course. Or if you choose the private boarding and training option, then it's 4 weeks. I'm not going to be around forever. So if I give the dog the reactions that it understands clearly and effectively, you have to be able to do the same thing for the training to be maintained after our training sessions are over. Training is not like uploading some new or downloading rather some new software into your dog's mind where he's now suddenly a pro dog who will listen to you every time and do everything you ask for. It comes from your feedback. It comes from how much of a pushover you are with your dog. It comes from setting clear boundaries. It comes from making sure your dog understands what is okay, what is not okay. Now, what do I mean by this? Now, okay, let's talk about things that dog naturally finds rewarding, besides treats and toys, of course. There's this famous dog trainer you would have heard of, or you might have heard of, called Cesar Milan. He's also known as the dog whisperer. And he summarizes this beautifully. He says, touch, talk, and eye contact. Those are the 3 main reinforcers for a dog. Now, imagine the scenario, right? You walk home, your dog's jumping on you, your little puppy's jumping on you out of excitement. What do? No, Fido, stop it, Fido. No, don't do this, don't do that. We're talking to our dog. Unknowingly, we're actually reinforcing that behavior. Why? Because the dog is asking for our attention. And what are we doing? We're giving him the attention. We might even be touching the dog to push the dog off. But we're never so harsh with our dog that the dog sees the push as deterring. Most people kind of push their dogs off so gently that the dog thinks he's being pet or she's being pet. So it's things like this that you need to become aware of in order to be able to give your dog the right signals, communicate correctly so the dog understands that that's not actually what you want. And so that's where involving you in the training is an essential part of being able to maintain the training in the long term. All right, hope that makes sense.